Hey, what's going on, guys? And is it me, or does each week the wait for the next week is getting harder because the chapters are getting more and more epic? But before I start off with this chapter review, I have something to point out. Now, the first thing that Uchiha Madara says to Obito, or pretty much the first thing, is this is a clone. That's a shadow clone. Where is the original? And I reread that part like 3 or 4 times. Like, what is he talking about? And then I noticed Kakashi looking at the back of Naruto. I'm like, what? That's a clone? Like the Biju Naruto that we see right now in the chapter is a clone? And then I thought about it. What if the Naruto that we saw blast off Toby's mask in the other dimension was the original Naruto? And what if he's still there waiting for Toby to pop back up so he can finish him off? That's a risky move, but I mean, come on, it's like Naruto to do something like that, do something dangerous like that. But that also has to be taken. Kishimoto is a boss, a beast at foreshadowing events. And if you think back when Toby told Naruto that he would throw Sasuke at him, was that a foreshadowing that he is going to throw Sasuke into the other dimension so he could fight Naruto, to get him out of the other dimension? I mean, that's just something for you guys to think about. I think that's a real interesting theory. But anyway, on to the review. Okay, first thing that pretty much happens is what I pretty much said would happen in my 601 predictions. Naruto asked, if you're here, what happened to the others? And you could tell Naruto was getting real impatient and pissed off because, his tails grew grew big, and it's like he was powering up, and that was real awesome, to see his tails fly up like that in the rocks. And I mean, it's like some Dragon Ball Z shit right there. That's what it reminded me of. I'm just being honest. And then, Madara says, I don't think they're okay. And I mean, for him to be so cocky and laid back about killing, 5 powerful shinobi is just, I mean, Madara is just a beast, a boss. But I really didn't like seeing Gaara dead. I mean, it was messed up. I don't like seeing Gaara like that at all. He is my favorite Kage at this time. But Tsunade, a lot of people have wondered why she said, or why the slug said, do you want me to put you back together, or I could put you back together? And if you notice at the bottom of the branch, her legs are like 20 feet away from her, so that means she is cut in half. A lot of you didn't notice that. I didn't notice it either my first read through, but when I went back and read it like 3 or 4 more times, then yeah, I saw it. But anyway, I can really see Tsunade dying. It looks like she's gonna do some amazing type of healing jutsu at the cost of her own life. That's what I believe is going to happen. Because, I mean, come on. Madara has to have killed somebody, and they stay dead. I mean, he's Madara. Come on. And then we transfer back over to the fight, and then Naruto rips the chains off of Killer Bee and the Eight Tails. A lot of you, I've gotten some emails talking about where did the chains come from, and why couldn't Bee just take them off himself? If you look back at the previous chapter, or the chapter before that, B says that it's suppressing the Eight Tails' power, so he couldn't move. That's why B wasn't, that's probably why he wasn't even shown in the last chapter. A lot of people missed that somehow. But anyway, and then Obito gives Madara back his fan. He's like, you can have it. It's yours anyway. And you can tell that fan has a lot of power because as soon as Madara gripped it, when Obito threw it at him, he started glowing. And I mean, I thought that shot was epic. And Naruto does his Biju bomb right at Madara, and Madara holds his fan up like, what the fuck is this? What the hell is this going to do? And then Naruto's like, what's going on? Why doesn't my Biju bomb explode? And then Madara sends it right back at him, and it looks like it's intensified by a little bit. And Naruto just goes poof and disappears, confirming that Naruto was the clone that Madara spoke of. Which that right there raises more questions than anything to me in this chapter. And then Madara says, I'm about to go after the 9 tails and the 8 tails. You take care of these two, Obito. And that had me like, whoa, Obito is about to fight Kakashi and Guy. Just Kakashi and Guy by themselves. I'm like, whoa. It's like major fan service. And it's like the 3 Konoha kids from back in the day, but like all grown up and in a way more serious situation. It's like major fan service in my opinion. And I'm real hyped to see that. And then Kakashi says, what happened to you? Why are you teaming up with this guy? And then we get Obito looking kind of serious yet confused. And then above his head it says, did I die? Like, that makes me think that Obito's memory isn't all there because he seemed kind of confused when he said that. But then we get a flashback of Obito in a cast, and half his body is crushed. He's missing an arm. He just looks beat up. You could tell that it happened like right after the rocks fell on him, and then Madara comes out of nowhere. I thought that it was Nagato because of the hair, but then I looked closer and saw his eye. It was a Sharingan. I was like, whoa, that explains a lot. And then Madara said, "You're in between this and the other world," and that has me thinking, like, what exactly does that mean? Does that mean that Obito was brought back through the Rinnegan or through Nagato or something? I mean, this chapter confirms many things, but then again, it raises many more questions. It confirms that Madara is the one that found Obito. It confirms that Nagato's Rinnegan was meant to bring back Madara. It confirms that Madara was in on the plan, or it was probably Madara's plan originally to bring back the Ten Tails, and maybe he wants to be the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. But like I said, it raises many more questions. But anyway, that's all I have for this review. Tell me what you guys thought. What was your favorite part? Are you hyped? Are you as hyped as I am for next week? I cannot wait to see what happens next week. And are you hyped to see Kakashi and Guy versus Obito and maybe Naruto, wherever he is, and B versus Madara? But yeah, this has been JB the Uchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.